Good morning. Over the past couple of weeks, we've talked a lot about relapse and what it's about, what it's like. So today, I'm talking some about what it takes to prevent relapse. For pretty much all recovering addicts, preventing relapse and living a healthy, productive life in recovery and sobriety is a daily task. It's something that we have to work on every single day. I want to read a little bit about what Gorski and Miller talk about when they talk about this in Staying Sober, a guide to relapse prevention. They say recovery from addiction must be an active process. Recovering people must work a daily program of recovery. They must remind themselves daily that they are suffering from an addiction. They must have an active recovery program that provides guidelines for effective and productive living. Recovery from addiction is like walking up a down escalator. It is impossible to stand still. When you stop moving forward, you find yourself moving backwards. You do not have to do anything in particular to develop symptoms that lead to relapse. All you need to do is fail to take the appropriate recovery steps. The symptoms develop spontaneously in the absence of a strong recovery program. I can't figure out a way to put it more simply than that. And almost all of the people that I've seen relapse have fallen into the category of they were doing okay, they had a daily recovery program, and then they stopped working it. And even those people who relapsed in the midst of some very chaotic event or traumatic event in their life had preceded that by letting up on their program, on their daily program of recovery. This is why in my videos and in any time that I get a chance to talk to other addicts about it, I stress how important for me a daily routine is for recovery. I know, for example, that no matter what day it is, Christmas, New Year's, my birthday, the day after my dog dies, a day after I get a great promotion, no matter what kind of day it is, no matter what's happening, I'm going to get up, read something about recovery, and record a video about it, and try to get some kind of message out about it. Because that's part of my routine. That's part of the routine I've built. And I am convinced that it is a critical part of the routine that's helping to keep me sober every day. I can't let up on that. I can't take a break because I'm tired, or because I feel groggy, or because I didn't sleep well, or because I'm sick. I can't take a break on this stuff because I'd rather do something else that morning. I've got to get up and keep this routine going because it's the daily work that keeps me sober. And if I stop that work, it's not that everything just coasts along. I immediately start moving backwards. And it could take a week, it could take years. But if I continue to stop that work, if I continue to do nothing for my recovery, eventually I'll end up right back in the place that brought me to recovery in the first place. So let's hear some more about what they say. They say that studies have shown that relapsing people are generally not consciously aware of the early warning signs of their relapse. Later, when they look back, they can identify what went wrong. So when they do what a lot of people call a relapse autopsy, when they look back and have a little guidance from someone to say what went wrong, what happened here, they can identify it. They can see what happened in hindsight. But while it's happening, people aren't always conscious of it. And at the time it was happening, they were unaware that these problems were building and growing. The signs of relapse develop on an unconscious level. You will not know they are occurring unless you learn to bring the warning signs into conscious awareness. Again, we come back to self-awareness, how critical it is, and what What's a way to build self-awareness? By building a daily routine of self-evaluation, of looking at yourself, taking inventory. That's why inventory is such an important part of a 12-step program. It gives us an opportunity to hone our skills of self-awareness so that we can see these warning signs when they're happening, rather than them happening on a subconscious level that eventually leads us down the road to relapse because we can't control the way that we're feeling. So, very important for people to understand in recovery. This is not something you go to a center for 30 days and you come out and you're good to go. That's the part that the movies and the TV shows skip over. They send people off to rehab for 30 days and they come out and they're all better. That's not the way it works. You come out and there is work to do, and that work is a lifetime of work. And if that sounds intimidating to anybody in early recovery, put it in perspective this way. Think about how much work it was to maintain your addiction. As an addict, we think of things in black and white terms, and this is one thing that is pretty black and white. As an addict, you have two choices in life. You can live a life in recovery and do the work required to do that and look forward to a productive and, if you choose the right things to do in recovery, an overall peaceful and happy existence. Or you can choose addiction, where you will still have to work, but the results of that work will ultimately be misery. They will be depression, isolation, the kinds of things that destroy lives, your life and the life of those around you. So it's all work. No matter which one you choose, it's all work. It's a matter of what work you want in your life. Choose the work of recovery because it's worth it. It is worth every minute. I would work 1,000 years just to get the peace and serenity, even though it's not there all the time, that I've had in my 1.5 years almost of recovery now. It's so worth it compared to the desperation and depression that all my addicted work got me to in the past. Hope you all have on that happy note, hope you all have a good day, and I will be back here with